We know she didn't have a miscarriage. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Miss Criticizer 2021. Hope you all are doing well and hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Now, Family of Chantel, Season 4, Episode 9. What an episode. What an episode. This episode had my blood boiling. As in boiling. And I'll reserve my commentary towards the end of this video. Otherwise, I'll just keep interjecting every single second of the scene that I got irritated by. So, now let's get to the nitty-gritty. If you're here for the very first time, please don't forget to subscribe. Subscription is free. Please, please, please. Also, don't forget to like. That's also free. Please, please, please. Don't forget to share. Thank you. And also, just turn the notification button on. Thank you. Okay. So the episode starts with Chantel. That she just landed in the DR and she's on her way to Lydia's house. And she said she never thought that she would ever travel to the Dominican Republic on her own. She was reminiscing on the first time that she was in the DR. And she and Pedro were all lovey-dovey, they loved each other, they were always together. But this time, it's very rare. This time, she's on a mission to save her marriage. She has to swallow her pride and do everything in her means to save her marriage, even if that means talking to Lydia. We have Pedro, who is at his colleagues' get-together barbecue, and as usual, Pedro always has to cause a scene. He always has to make the most out of it. He said that, what did this fool say even? Pedro said that, oh, again, I want to apologize for the way my wife behaved the other day. I just want to apologize. It's not usually her that she's acting like this, but Chantel is always selfish. You know, Chantel is always selfish. And so, of course, he said that his female colleague, that of course Chantel was suspecting of cheating, she is actually married and she has a child. She and her husband and the kid, they were at the party. So, of course, he made it known to his colleagues that he told Chantel that he wants a separation. So, of course, they're all a bit like, they're a bit shocked. And also, mind you, I forgot to say this, but Chantel did not tell her family and she also didn't tell Pedro. So she lied to her family and said that she and Pedro, they're on a marriage retreat. And then she said to Pedro that her and Winter are out of town. So the next scene, we have Chantel's family. They're having a family gathering. Everybody's talking about their updates. You have River that talks about his update now that he's moving on his own. We're also talking about Winter saying, hey, she's dating multiple men. She's trying her options, etc., etc. Of course, when River heard that, he said, what the hell, like, are you hoeing around? She said, no, I'm just getting to know everybody. So now let me get to the short of it. They start talking about Pedro and Chantel, and they say, oh, we're happy that they're going on this marriage retreat to strengthen their marriage. I said, you guys don't even know the half of it. And they were just talking because River had his concerns. He said, there's just something not right for the fact that Chantel had to come to my place at 4 a.m. That kind of shows the severity of the cracks of the marriage. And of course the family said, well, Chantel will not tell us anything, so we don't even really know what's happening, but we hope that they'll be able to at least save their marriage. Back to the best part, Chantel and Lydia. So when Chantel got there, that hug was the driest hug I've ever seen. They're like, how are you, Lydia? They were like, yeah, how are you? Yeah, okay, no problem, whatever. And so they exchanged whatever, fake pleasantries and how are you? And Lydia said, what the hell are you doing here? So Chantel took the opportunity to explain what is going on in her marriage with Pedro, the issues they're having, the challenges they're having. And of course, Lydia asked, what do you think is the reason? And she said, well, you know, the last time we came to the DR and the whole issue about Pedro finding his father, ever since he got back, he's been acting weird. And so the mother disagrees, and she said, nope, it's not because of the father, yeah? And the mother feels like Chantel has never been able to analyze herself, that she is maybe the issue and not the issue with Pedro's father, and trying to make an excuse that it's the situation between him and his father. And of course they're talking about, oh, you know, Pedro always goes to work, he never really talks to her and all that. And she said that, well, if that's the case, you know, hey, that's up to you guys to sort out. And then look at the advice that Lydia gave Chantel. She said, well, I guess the only way you guys can mend your marriage is if you give him a son. Maybe that way he will understand, and that will bring you guys closer. And Chantel said, first of all, you know, I do want to have children. Pedro does not want to have kids at the moment. And also, you know, bringing a child into this dysfunction, these issues, it's going to make it worse. And I say, yep, Chantel, you're definitely right. No need to bring a child into this situation and all that. There are many married women, or even women that have not been married, they think they could trap a man by having his child. No, that's not going to work. He'll even be more resentful. So, of course, Chantel did not come empty-handed. She knows the type of woman that Lydia is. Lydia is very materialistic and whatever, so of course she's not going to say no to a good gift. And what is the gift? It's Gucci glasses. I said, whoa, okay, Chantel, it would not be me, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's sounding a bit like bribe, but again, I'm going to save my commentary to the end. And so of course Chantel also said that I want to learn more about the Dominican culture, about the household. I'm trying to make things right, give it a chance, and yeah, just trying to get to know about these things. And of course the mom, before she even finished her sentence, yeah, I knew where she was going to when she said the Bible. When she said the Bible scripture, that I said, yep, I knew she was going to say the most famous line that especially many African parents have been saying it. But the way I see it, it has gone beyond Africa now. It seems like that's the favorite quote that these parents like to use. Honor thy father and mother. They have been using this quote to emotionally blackmail their children. This famous quote from the Bible. They've used this quote to literally control their kids and have them not disobey them. Every single time your kids disobey you, they said, let's refer to this scripture. Honor thy mother and thy father. And you know, that's how I usually raise them, because Pedro has respect for me, his mom. So blah blah blah, this and that. I said, gosh. So of course Chantel said, well, the conversation went a bit better than I expected. I didn't know that it was going to go like that. And of course Lydia said that, well, first when I saw Chantel, I was not happy, and I do admit that I told Pedro to get a separation. But since she came here and she's taken the initiative, I feel that, okay, maybe there is something there and they should try and work it out. I was even shocked that the mom said it. Now, I'm not sure if she said it because she's pretending or she got herself a gift. But hey, that's what the mom said. So, of course, when Chantel said she was happy with how the conversation went, I said, I'm not going to hold on to that for long because I just don't trust it. So, of course, Lydia takes the opportunity to call Pedro to hear his side of the story. She called Pedro and she said that, okay, your wife is here in the Dominican Republic, yeah? And she's here trying to save her marriage. So she came to us to talk about it. And Pedro, being Pedro will never listen. He said, oh my God, what is Chantel doing over there in the Dominican Republic? She's so selfish. That's what she always do. She want to talk about behind my back. And Chantel always wants to take control over the situation. She wants to make it all about her. Trying to explain our marital issues to my mom. I said, Pedro, this is what you're saying, that she's bringing that information to your mom, but you never gave her a chance. Did you ever give her a chance to talk to you? Every single time she wants to talk to you, you're so closed off. So what's the point? What's even the meaning of what you're saying? So of course Pedro said that he needs to come to the DR. He said that he needs to come to the DR and face this entire situation because he doesn't like it. And I said, yep. Anyway, Alejandro is at his barber's, and of course he has this discussion with his barber. And he said that, well, Nicole, she miscarried. And I said, and he said that Nicole has been going through depression. She's been crying because of the miscarriage, but he still wants to work things out with her, blah, 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 and all that. And I said, miscarriage? Let me keep quiet before I'm about to say something controversial. No, especially knowing that Nicole didn't tell her mom about the pregnancy. We know she didn't have a miscarriage. We know that she did not have that miscarriage. That's all I'm going to say. Of course, the mom has this chat with Nicole being a hater. And she said that, oh, guess who was here? Chantel. And then, of course, Nicole said, well, gossip unites people, because me and my mom, we weren't even on speaking terms, but we're talking about this whole Pedro and Chantel thing. So, of course, the mom explained everything that happened. And, of course, she said, well, what the hell is she doing here? So now, before she knows us, when she needs something, she knows us. She's just being selfish. She's been here controlling Pedro. She wants Pedro to be a simp and to be chasing her like a dog. And Pedro is ambitious. He knows what he wants. But she's a lazy wife. She's not worth anything. Oh my God. And then she said that if Pedro comes here, I'll get him the best divorce lawyer. He should just divorce that woman. There are many beautiful women here in the Dominican Republic. More beautiful than Chantel. They even have better bodies than Chantel. I said... They say that Chantel doesn't have goals. She doesn't have ambitions. She doesn't have goals. She doesn't have ambitions. Is she not the one that's executive producing this show that you guys are on? Because if it wasn't for Chantel, then you guys would not even be on this show and collect a coin. She's basically your boss. She has a nursing degree. She's established. She works in the healthcare. What the hell are you talking about? So of course, Lydia and Nicole, they were going back and forth, insulting Chantel and saying, oh, Pedro needs to do what he gotta do and all that stuff. I say, okay. Pedro finally arrives in the DR, and of course, he's very pissed. He said that, I know Chantel is going to stay at this hotel. I've always chosen Chantel and her family over my own family. I should have listened to my family. My family, they're always there for me. And then yet I chose Chantel over my family. And I'm like, I chose Chantel over my family. But nobody was forcing you to choose. It was up to you guys to mend your issues. But anyway, so of course he gets there. He sees Chantel. She's at the pool. And then he said, hey, the preview for next episode, the season finale, is crazy. And Pedro is going to piss me off even more. But anyway, that's the end of the show. Now my commentary, because I will be dragging. I have time today. I really have time today. Let me first get to Pedro, since he's the cause of this issue, yeah? Pedro. If you like, go ahead and marry your family, yeah? You're free to go. You're free to do whatever you want. If you like, you can continue to be controlled by your mother. And at the end of the day, you're going to regret it. That's all I'm going to say. You're feeling yourself. You're having success. I'm happy for you. I believe that Chantel is also happy for you. Of course, if you, her husband, you're successful, that means she's also successful. So why would she be against your success? I don't understand it. But anyway, Continue to do you. Continue to do what you want to do. Eventually, you'll meet one woman one day who is going to make you regret that you ever left Chantel. And I'm not even lying. Yeah? I'm just trying to say that you never know what you have until it's gone. Mark my words, 1000%. He's going to find another woman, and that woman is going to really make him regret the day that he ever left Chantel. Because you know what? And this is not to brag. Chantel, she may have her flaws. She may have her issues. But at the end of the day, that woman, Chantel, really loved Pedro. And in fact, she downgraded herself to be with you. Yeah? She helped you at the end of the day. And you are acting like a child. You think that there's better out there? Anyway, we'll see how it goes there. Because karma is a bitch. That's all I have to say. You are here complaining that Chantel is telling her marital issues to your mom. But what the hell are you doing? You're telling your marital issues to the whole community, to your colleagues, to your mom, to every single body. Everybody knows about your marital issues, so why the hell are you pissed? What the hell does Chantel want to have one up on? That she always wants to be right. She's trying to mend and save her marriage. What does she benefit? The girl swallowed her pride. And still, that's not good enough for you. Now, moving on to Chantel. Chantel, I know that you're trying to save your marriage. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you. Yeah? It's easy for outsiders to judge. But when you're married, you understand where she's coming from. She's trying to save her marriage. She swallowed her pride. Would it be me? Not. I wouldn't do it personally, but I get where she's coming from. I feel that she shouldn't have done that. And I know why she didn't tell her family about this whole issues, because they were going to talk her out of doing that. You know, it made the situation worse. Also, the way I am, if I've been mean to you my whole life, already she and Pedro's family, they don't get along. So keep that same energy. If I don't like you, I'm not going to come to you. You know, because then it looks like she only came to Lydia because she needed something. If nothing happened, she would have never taken the initiative to go to Lydia. And that's how I see it. I just have to be honest. You know, so that's why she shouldn't have done it. Because it's looking a bit like you're coming off a bit like an opportunist. You know, and I get where she's coming from. Also, maybe she tried many times to mend her relationship with Pedro and his family. But we saw how hateful they were. Lydia even had the audacity to say that, you know, I mean, it's always your family that was treating me like this and whatever. I said, ma'am, no, they weren't. You were the one that started it. So I feel she shouldn't have done it. Now, Nicole. I discussed that she had the miscarriage. But even though I said I don't feel sorry for her, to be honest, I do feel sorry for her. Because Nicole, you're a very, very bitter person and you're very ugly on the inside, that it's even making you ugly on the outside. Your hate and your jealousy for Chantel is very pathetic. You're basically obsessed with this girl. You claim to hate her, but you're trying to look like her. Who does that? Like, you hate her so much, but you're trying to look like her. Talking about fake this, fake that, but who went to get chin fillers the other time? Who went to get a boob job the other time? Wasn't it you? You're calling Chantel fake for something that she has naturally. Even if Chantel had surgery, we leave that beside. But Chantel is blessed with a beautiful figure that almost all girls will be jealous of. I admit it. Chantel has a banging body. And if she likes, she can flaunt it. I don't even blame her. Chantel has the confidence that will intimidate some people. And because you're so insecure, you're projecting. You're basically projecting. Because you're here calling Chantel plastic, but who is plastic? Now, all of a sudden, you have fake hair, you have chin fillers, you have breasts, you have a boob job, and you're planning to go for more. The delusion is real. The delusion is real. The hate. You're on a show that she executive produced. family of Chantel, you've collected your little checks on a show that she put you guys on. You just have to laugh at haters. Haters are always going to hate. Yeah, but deep down, she knows that she's jealous of Chantel. As for Mama Lydia, Mama Lydia, you need help. Yeah, you need help, because at the end of the day, I understand where you want the best for your son and all that, but you've always been jealous of Chantel's family because they have a solid family foundation which you could never build. You were always a married man's side chick, and the man could never claim you in public. He had to come to your house at night to do the bits and the bits. After having one child, that was not enough. You went to have a second child by this married man. You have your own issues that you need to resolve before you go judging other people. Yeah? I'm not saying the family of Chantel is perfect. Yeah? I've had my own issues before with Chantel and her family at times, when they're sometimes condescending and they're a bit like, they're a bit too much. They come off a bit like, you know, certain things that they did, especially when they had that Philippines trip. I can admit that, okay, they've done a couple of things wrong, but at the end of the day, they always had good intentions. And they're not ready to back down, yeah? Also, let me be honest. I don't want to bring race into this whole thing, yeah? But I want to ask, would Lydia and Nicole be having this same energy if Chantel and her family, they are white Americans? That's the question I have to ask. Would they have this same energy if they were white Americans? Because, I don't know, there's something about this situation which is like, you know, I'm just being honest. I don't like to bring race, but sometimes, you know, especially, I'm sorry to say this, certain things that I know, yeah, when it comes to like some countries in Latin America, yeah, most of the time, I just have to be honest, most of the time, the black population, the black or the mulatto population, yeah, they are at this stage, they're at the when it comes to the ladder, they're almost, I'm sorry to say this, at the bottom of the ladder. When it comes to the wealthy, let's say, rich people, the percentage of black Latino rich people that you see, they're not that many. And usually it's like the mindset a bit is like, if I want to go higher, I need to marry white. We need to whiten the bloodline. And it's not, and this does not apply to all. I feel like in the recent years it has gotten a bit better, but like a bit before, and you can't blame them. There was colonial issues, what these Europeans have done, you know, things like that has had an effect on their society. Yeah, so seeing black excellence sometimes will make you feel intimidated, because it's like, hey, that battle to battle thing, you know. That's all I'm just trying to say. Had they been white, would they keep the same energy? Would they keep it? Anyway, I think that's my comment. Next week's episode, my God. Anyway, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.